hope you're all doing well and having a lovely weekend. Welcome back to my channel. Hello and welcome if you're new. Today I'm out of my journal. I'm working on this old piece of packaging. This is actually some packaging for some charcoal, and what I liked about it was it had this tiny little mini window, so I wanted to have a play with it and see what I could create. So I started off just by tearing it up, and then I've grabbed my stapler and I'm just going to rearrange it and put it back together in a different form. So as I'm working, I'm kind of changing my mind and shifting things around a bit, just so that it sort of fell into a shape that I liked and I could see working. Excuse me. I just had about enough staples as well as I run out, and I don't think I've got any spares at the moment. I wanted to include that little tab bit somewhere as well. There we go. So I'm happy with the shape, and I decided that I would put some collage on there to try and get some interest, a bit more texture, a bit more pattern there into the background. I'm just using matte medium for this. Old books, pages, old bits of old projects, whatever I had to hand that I thought would work. Not really thinking too much about where I'm placing things, just trying to make a start really and get things down. I hope you're all having a lovely week. It's been another busy week for me. I've been working very hard on trying to get my new online course up and running, which I popped a trailer up for you the other day, but if you didn't see it, I have created my first pre-recorded online class, which is called Mini Mix Media Accordion Books, and I'm so excited. It's something that I've been wanting to work on, wanting to find time to work on for a long time, and I finally did it. I finally found some time, and it's all nearly there. So keep your ears open, eyes peeled, and I should be launching that very, very soon. And what it is a little mini course, all pre-recorded, lifetime access for you, in order to create your very own little tiny mini accordion book, which can be used like a little art journal, like a memory book, a little quote book for all your favourite quotes, anything really. They're really lovely to make, and they come out different every time. So yes, I'm really excited about that. It's something to look for. Something to look out for. So back to this little project. I masking taped up the window just because I didn't want to get any paint on it. And now I've finished my collage. I'm just going over with gesso. Didn't really want that sort of brown cardboard box, so I'm just putting some gesso down as a base. Now I've got rid of that messy background so it's a bit clearer. Now I've given it a dry, and I'm just shifting that around to see which way actually I wanted it to be. I'm grabbing, this is golden high flow acrylics in Nicoazo Gold, and I just put a little bit down and spraying that with water. Grabbing my little sidekick book and blotting that a little bit. And then I grabbed my watercolours. Now there was already a little bit of pink in the collage that I used from an old project, so I'm grabbing the pink and just adding a little bit more in there, and actually trying to pick up some of the texture of the collage. Can't get my words out today. Then I've got this bit of coffee, which I'm just splashing and slapping down on there to create a bit of contrast and giving that a dry. Now, you'll if you know me by now, you'll know that I quite often do this. That I will keep coming back to my gesso, just because I add the colour and then I feel like it needs some of that white space. It needs some brightening so that you can create sort of areas of rest for your eyes. Otherwise I feel like it gets a bit busy for me. So that's what I just did there. And I'm going back to using some iridescent medium, which I used in my last video. And it's kind of like a modelling paste but iridescent. And I'd forgotten, to be honest, that I had it. So it's still on my desk and I thought, why not? We'll add some of that in again. Just through a stencil. And what I don't show you there is I dried it in between there. It's sort of bubbled, but I like that you sort of get these little triangle-y bubble shapes. This is a Lyra water-soluble graphite pencil. And I'm just going over with a little bit of water just to create some darker areas going around the edge. And the nice thing about creating these sort of overlapping pieces of scraps, you've got lots of little edges here and there, which create interest. There we go, just adding some marks there at the top as well. Now taking that masking tape off the little window, and I didn't want it to go to waste, so I'm just re-sticking that back down around it. It's had some interesting colours and patterns on it. And then this image I found in an old book. It's an old film book, like a 1950s movie type review book. And I liked the idea, because they're sort of these two people facing each other but not really facing each other, to have one in front and one behind. So popping the man just behind, just making sure I'm getting him in the right place to show enough of his face. So this very tiny little window. Just using a little bit of glue and a little bit of masking tape just to hold him into place. And then popping the girl over the top, and she's kind of, it almost looks like he's sort of appealing to her, but she's looking down, she's not looking at him. And it's sort of got this sort of tension going on between them, which I really liked, and especially liked with the window there, to sort of separate them. I think it worked really well. I'm just seeing if I want to add some fabrics, so I'm going into my little scrap box. And I had this tiny little piece that you can see just there next to it, which has had some blues on there, and I wanted to add that because there is a tiny sort of speck of blue in the middle of it from some collage in the background, so I wanted to sort of bring some more of that blue out. But I pulled these extra little bits, this sort of yellowy lace and a tiny bit of calico, and I was just playing around, seeing where I wanted to put them, and everywhere that I put them just felt just either that it got lost or it was just too busy. It just wasn't working for me. So I end up getting rid of the yellow and just going for something really subtle, just this tiny little bit of blue right next to the girl there. I could have sewed this, but I was feeling lazy, so the glue was right there. I just went for the glue. Okay. Really enjoying how this is coming out. I was really enjoying just playing around. And the nice thing is, because you're working on packaging, it doesn't matter. It's just packaging, so it just sort of frees you up to play quite freely. I'm just using that gesso to brighten up some areas again. And then I went back to my usual way of finding words. I went into an old book, pulled out some words, and it says, "People wonder why she cannot see him," which just, I was just so chuffed when I found that. It was just perfect. It just went so perfectly with the images. And there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed this. I really hope that inspires you to maybe have a play yourselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment, and I will see you again very soon. Take care. Bye.